I have a conspiracy theory. Hey, how's it going everyone? I hope you're doing good. Welcome back to the channel, and today... That's better. Strap on your tinfoil hats for today's video because I have a conspiracy theory for you, and this one has been plaguing me for a very long time. Now, I'm not usually a conspiracy theorist, although I do believe that they've made it harder to scan Tesco club cards, but that's a separate video. It's no secret that here on the channel I have made a number of videos about Penn and Teller Foolers, which is currently filming its 10th series, I believe, which makes it one of the longest running Magic TV shows ever, if not the longest running show, and it's had such a huge impact for Magic. I bloomin' love it. It's been a platform for so many underground magicians to get their name out there, and I think it's doing wonders for the Magic world. But I made a video a while ago called The Magician Who Broke Penn and Teller Foolers, in which I listed 5 controversies of the show where people may or may not have fooled them, or there were dodgy dealings going down, a number of wild stories from behind the scenes on the show. And when I was filming that video, I mentioned 2 magicians and their controversies, both of which I cut from the final edit simply because the video was getting too long, but I spoke about them as honourable mentions, and today I want to recover them in a video of their own because I think the stories behind each of their controversies are just so interesting. The first of those magicians is someone who many of you were very quick to tell me about in the comments. They are one of the most controversial magicians anyway, so it's sort of to be expected that their performance came with a lot of controversy, and that is of course Jibrizy, who gets far too many mentions on this channel. I really need to stop talking about him, but I promise this is the last time. Jibrizy's Penn and Teller Foolers performance was strange. I think that's the word I'm gonna go with. It was really, really weird. Essentially, at one point in Jibrizy's performance, he picks a coin up from the table and makes it vanish and reappear inside a sugar packet. But the way that he picks it off the table is alarm bells for a load of magicians because it's so obviously a lapping move. It's a really, really basic move. It's one of the first coin vanishes that most magicians learn, where you pretend to pick up the coin, but really it falls off the edge of the table. Super simple stuff, right? Obviously, you know what's coming. Penn and Teller give their guess. They allude to the fact that he's done this move, and he proclaims, quite honestly, that he didn't. He did not do that move. Basically, it's one of those stalemate moments on Penn and Teller Foolers, where every magician watching at home is thinking, well, you obviously did that move, and if you didn't, you did something that really looks like the move in order to throw Penn and Teller off. Call it what you want, red herrings, false methods, whatever. In a way, this is a bit of a strange one, because it would be very easy for me to sit here and say, yes, Jibrizy threw in something that looks suspicious to throw them and lead them astray, but maybe he didn't. Because let's not forget that that move, where you pick a coin off the table, or supposedly pick a coin off the table, is designed to look like you're actually picking a coin up off the table, because that is the way that a lot of people pick coins off tables. Does that make sense? Like, the move is replicating something that people ordinarily do, and so Jibrizy ordinarily doing it kind of is fair? I don't know, it's a strange one. Maybe he did it in order to lead them astray, maybe he didn't, we will never know, but either way, Jibrizy got his Foolers trophy and now he's directing incredible videos on social media, so it's good to see that the Magic career really worked out. But the magician I really want to talk about, the controversy that I really want to dive into, revolves around kind of the opposite end of the spectrum, right? In terms of magicians' general opinion, and again, I am generalizing here, but Jibrizy is very much at one end, and Shin Lim is very much at the other. I mean, Shin Lim's performance on YouTube is one of the most watched Magic performances ever. It's probably the reason a lot of people got into Magic around that time. It was such an influential moment, not just in Magic history, but in YouTube history, right? For a clip from a TV show, from a Magic TV show, to go that viral and become that well known, is amazing, and it almost certainly launched Shin Lim into stardom, although that would have happened anyway. He's a very talented magician. I've been lucky enough to see Dream Act, which was the name of that first performance. I've been lucky enough to see that live, and trust me when I say it is absolutely incredible live as well. And no, I did not know where the Sharpie went, before anyone asks. It's a phenomenal routine, right? And of course, it was deserving of the Foolers Trophy. I am not debating that. That is not what I'm going to talk about in this video. Shin Lim fully deserved that Foolers Trophy the first time around. It's the second Shin Lim performance that I actually take issue with, and this is where the tinfoil hat comes on. So, for Shin Lim's second performance on Penn and Teller Foolers, what did he perform? Well, he performed a routine called 52 Shades of Red, which was a very famous routine at the time, probably his second most famous routine after Dream Act, so it kind of made sense as the perfect sequel, the perfect thing to come back to Penn and Teller Foolers with, and his return was really, really hyped. Can someone fool Penn and Teller for a second time? Shin Lim walks out, he performs 52 Shades of Red, it's a phenomenal routine, one of my favourite routines, and he, of course, fools them. The video on YouTube is called Shin Lim's Epic Return to Penn and Teller, so it would kind of be a bummer if his epic return was thwarted and he didn't fool them. Like, the first video has got 75 million views. This is really where the conspiracy thickens, because at the time that Shin Lim did this performance on Penn and Teller Foolers, he had a magic product out called 52 Shades of Red, in which he explains every element of the routine. I bought it, I own it. I had access to the full instructions, all of the gimmicks. If I wanted to, I could have performed 52 Shades of Red. Now, obviously, not as well, because I'm not Shin Lim, and it's his routine, obviously, but I knew how every element was done. Not a single moment of the routine fooled me, because I'd been taught it by Shin Lim, effectively, from his magic product. But it fooled Penn and Teller? That second performance on Penn and Teller Foolers came out in 2017. And 52 Shades of Red, the magic product teaching the entire thing, came out in 2013. Which means Penn and Teller had years to learn that method, especially after he fooled them the first time. You'd think they'd go back through his back catalogue and learn some of his methods. Apparently not, because it fooled them. Conspiracy time. I don't think it fooled them. I'm going to say it straight out in the open. I do not think that Shin Lim fooled them for a second time. And what kind of adds to this theory is the way that they reveal that it fooled them. Rather than the usual routine of saying, "You fooled us," and the trophy comes down, like with every other magician, they decide to amp up the entertainment value a little bit and almost do a sort of skit where Penn takes the stage and has a deck of cards ready and does an impression of Shin Lim, basically, with dramatic music playing, and that's the way that they reveal that it fooled them. I mean, if that doesn't prove that this was prepared in advance, that they were fully expecting to be fooled, I don't know what does. Are you really suggesting that they had this whole bit prepared just in case Shin Lim fools them? No, they knew Shin Lim was going to fool them from the moment he walked out, even earlier than that. This was an idea that took a little bit of preparation. They had to prepare the music and the cards and maybe even rehearse it. It's partly brilliant, it is a funny moment, and it's a great bit of entertainment value. I am not knocking that in the slightest. What I am knocking is the fact that this moment kind of undermines the integrity of Foolers a little bit, and maybe that sounds a bit too dramatic for just a fun moment in a reality TV show. Yes, it is reality TV, I'm fully aware of that. It makes you question when else is the integrity being thrown out for entertainment value, you know? I don't know, it's a fun moment, and it's certainly something that I enjoyed watching, but I was a bit annoyed that this supposedly fooled them, even though this was a method that was very much in the public knowledge. You could have picked it off a magic shop shelf. So there we have it. Those are my thoughts on the Shin Lim conspiracy, as I'm now going to refer to it as. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Was it rigged? Was it prepared just in case? Let me know what you think about Jibrizy as well. Was that coin pickup a little bit too fishy for your liking? Or is that just the way that he picks up a coin? I'll be interested to hear your thoughts down in the comments, and as always, I'll try and reply to as many of you as I can. And while you're down there, make sure to hit the thumbs up button down below, it really does help me out, and subscribe to the channel and join the growing community. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, take care.